Okay, David. Never have I ever.
Never have I ever. That
We
is that is it.
Yeah, I was just saying to Dave that when I was in school it was called I never, but I know other people they called it never have I ever. And we I took the screws out of my shot glass.
Hey,
I'm
Uli.
gonna I'm gonna pour one up.
There you go. Now we're
Yeah.
talking. No,
To, go
no
ahead.
screws in that. No screws in that shot glass for you tonight. You're
No,
just gonna liquefy it.
I'm on call, so actually there's nothing in the shot glass.
So you might have to leave in the middle of the live feed. Is that what you're trying to say?
Maybe, but it's yeah. I've got some grapefruit juice in my shot glass, but
What's up? What's up, Uli? Tom from the Northwest, the Pacific
Pacific Northwest.
Northwest. Yeah, never have I ever. Never have I ever is our topic tonight. Never have I ever had to wait so long to go to Disney.
Really?
Tony Ann. Never, ever.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And never have I ever had to wear a face mask to go to Disney. Never ever have I ever had to.
You
So
do now.
you do now.
A whole
That's
lot,
the
Tom. Yes, Richard, we're live. Rich said, "Are you live?" I guess he was getting ready to curse or something.
it's okay. I hear every word he's saying. Trust me. Um Uli, Mike did something very nice today.
Yeah.
So thanks, Mike. If
Thank
he's
you so
watching,
much.
thank you, Mike.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Hello, Karen. What's up?
So this idea came from Amy Beckner, who said, "Never have I ever at Walt Disney World." And she had a whole bunch. For somebody who loves Disney so much, she's still got a lot of stuff to do. And I think that's true of all of us. No matter how much you go to Disney, there's still stuff that you'll find maybe you never experienced. Some people replied with things that they have absolutely no desire to do that they've never done. And some people have longing to do some of these things. So we can talk about the differences as we go down the list.
What's up, Angie?
Hey,
Angie's here.
We got about 12 people watching, so I guess we'll just jump right in. All right. So Amy started this conversation. She had a big long list. She has she's never watched a parade on purpose.
Some of these, my head exploded when I heard some of them. Literally, my head exploded. But I'm with her on the parade. She's attempted to try it, but yeah, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, she said she did happen upon a parade at Animal Kingdom one day. That must have been the Mickey's Jammin' Jungle Parade that they don't even have anymore. But she's never purposefully sat down to watch a parade. I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry. You were drinking something. The daytime parade doesn't do it for me. The nighttime parades I used to really, really like. But and the Halloween parade is not to be missed. If you paid the money to go to the Halloween party, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the show, you better not miss that Boo to You parade. That's like the best parade, I think, in existence.
So you dig the parades?
I really like the nighttime parades, and I'm a little bitter about the fact that there are no nighttime parades right now.
I know.
So
I've heard how bitter you are.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about my shirt. Speaking of bitter, this shirt, I can't see. You don't seriously think Google knows more about Disney than I do? This is not from TeePublic. This was made by a listener, or a listener had it made for me because TeePublic took this shirt down off the internet. So somebody sent it to me, and you know who you are. Thank you very much. But I love it.
You're not gonna call them out, huh? Okay. I think there's a lot of people that love parades. Veronica and I both aren't really into the parades so much. I mean, we've watched a few of them, but most time we try to go and catch a ride because a lot of people are in the parade. So we'll go and scurry to a ride, maybe if we don't have a fast pass or something, and try and get on something. But no, we're not big parade or the fireworks for that matter.
If
So
you do go to the Halloween party or the Christmas party, there's usually a parade, an early parade and a late parade. It's the same parade. You should always go to the second one and get stuff done during the first one, because people with little kids will go to that first parade and they won't stay up as late. So you can hit the second parade but less crowds, and you can accomplish a lot during that first parade. So Nicole got the one copy of this shirt that TeePublic made. So
she did.
it wasn't TeePublic's fault. It was Disney. Disney had it taken down. So
Disney gave the Disney Crush a cease and desist.
they did.
You shall not do that. Take that T-shirt away.
But
And
they have no problem with shirts that have characters on them or shirts in certain fonts. I thought it was maybe this Disney font, but this is a pretty common font. It's called Waltograph. So I don't know what it is exactly that they don't like. Chad Pennycuff said that he thinks it's such a good idea that they want to sell it themselves.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I bet we're going to go to the park and we're going to see it hanging on the racks up there.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Amy also said that she's never been to a musical, to any of the shows, any of the musical shows, like the Beauty and the Beast show. This picture is courtesy of Disney. Or the Finding Nemo show. I like the Beauty and the Beast show is the picture is much better quality. So we'll leave that up.
You can definitely tell the pictures that Disney sends us because they are really good quality.
Yeah. So now Disney has given us permission now to use some of their pictures, but I just have to let you know that this picture came from Disney.
Shout out to Disney.
Scott said he thought maybe it was Google. The letter said it was the Walt Disney Company that said that the shirt had to come down. The Google font, the Google logo is just the Futura font, which is a very common font with these particular colors in a particular order. And the Disney font is, like I said, pretty common out there. So I don't know what the issue really was. So
Travis is trying to stir up some trouble here already.
Travis said, "You're not missing anything with the Lion King show." I beg to differ. The Lion King show is amazing and everybody should see it.
Dude, you've been on 2 seconds and you're already stirring the pot. Look at you. Hang on.
He's looking to get banned.
I forgot all about. I kept hearing some kind of tapping noise.
Tap. Shoot! You didn't take Hey out of quarantine.
I forgot about Hey. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey. Oh, there you go. Oh.
Is he better?
I don't know. He's shaking it off. You okay? Yeah, you're alive.
Good. I'm very happy.
Where are you going? You hiding? You scared? You don't like being live? Okay, be that way. Funny.
Oh gosh. Amy has never ridden the People Mover. Can you believe that?
Okay. I just can't believe it. Stuff.
This is how little baby Dominic feels about you never riding the People Mover. Look at the expression on his face.
Oh, let me get that out there. Oh,
it's okay. That picture, that's an old picture, and there's something across his face. There's like a piece of pen mark or something on his face. So
yeah, you can tell by his eyes.
Yeah, he loved the People Mover when he was a kid. And so he's a little disappointed that Amy's never ridden the People Mover. But I can't believe this one. She's never ridden the monorail.
That surprised me. That was a shocker. Wow, that's a good picture. I wonder who took that picture. Did Disney take that picture?
No, Disney didn't take that picture.
Oh, look at that one. Did Disney take that picture?
No, Disney didn't take that picture.
Wow. Who took those pictures?
Some guy named Dave.
Oh, okay. Oh,
they're almost as good as Jeff Apoka's pictures, but not quite.
Oh, you had to bring him up now.
His pictures are superior to even Disney's pictures, I think.
Oh yeah, he's right up there with him.
Here's another thing I want to tell you about Disney's pictures, how you'll know they're Disney's pictures, because the beautiful people are in Disney's pictures. This is one of Disney's pictures. That's not our family at the water park. It's all full of beautiful people, the Disney picture.
The beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Oh, the alien swirling saucer ride.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. She's never in the monorail. She's never been to Tom Sawyer Island. Have you ever been to Tom Sawyer Island?
I have. Yeah, we went there in about 2 seconds and left. Oh, but there's the Liberty Boat.
And the Liberty Belt was something that a lot of people said they'd never been on. I highly suggest that you get on the Liberty Belt just for a respite in the middle of the day. It's really a nice ride just to take a break, especially if you have a kid who needs a nap or is having a meltdown. It's a nice, relaxing ride.
It is. And
go ahead.
It's just a really, it goes through a lot of different areas, and it is a very, very cool. Once we did it for the first time, now we make sure that we try to do it every time we're there because we like it so much.
Angie said, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, Angie said that the monorail is good for a nap. I don't know how you could sleep on the monorail with that smell, that monorail smell. You know, the monorail smell. It's kind of like a baby diaper, BO mixed kind of smell. You know, sweat.
Well, I've said this before on the podcast that there will be days where it's like 3:00 and I have a dining reservation at like 5:00, and it won't pay to go back to the hotel. So if Michael's at the point where he's done, I'll take him to the monorail and we'll just ride it around. And sometimes he'll fall asleep and sometimes he won't. It just depends. Sometimes like midday, it's empty. So riding the monorail around and around is not a bad thing. Oh, I had another picture of the People Mover. That's the Melas on the People Mover.
Milas?
I don't know.
Mila.
One day she's going to have to call in and tell us which one of us is saying it right.
Dave, I was thinking the same thing about the monorail smell. Luli's with me. It smells like a wet dog. That's a good that's a good analogy. A wet dog. Yes. Yeah.
So was Karen Dave's agreeing about the smell or about taking a nap on the monorail? I don't know.
Tom, they all smell. The buses, except for the boat, except when it's really, really crowded, then you can't help it because there's so many people in there. But yeah.
The Skyliner smells when I'm on it with certain people.
Yeah. But it's still got that new car smell kind of thing.
Yeah. I was just teasing. She's never been to Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. She's never seen that guy. That's another terrible picture from Disney's website. The Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor is a good filler. We talked about this last week, filler magic. If you have a fast pass for Buzz Lightyear or Space Mountain and you need to kill a half hour, go to Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. You'll get to sit down eventually after you have to stand on a sloping floor for 15 minutes, which is a little annoying. I hate those sloping floors, like before you go into the Frozen show. It's not a natural way to stand on a sloping floor.
Yeah, Karen's talking about the views, like the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's so many great views on that boat ride. It is so relaxing.
The Liberty Bell is awesome.
Yeah, it is. I love it.
Definitely do it if you've never done it. And again, that's another thing, filler magic. That the Liberty Bell, I think, at least before COVID, would run every hour on the half hour, I think. I have to check the park map to see what the times are, but that was awesome.
Hey, Nicole, we hadn't been to the Hall of Presidents in years, and my wife keeps, every time we go, she's like, let's go. And I'm like, no, just for some reason. And then finally, right before they closed, we went. And I have to say that I think maybe it's because I hadn't been there so many years, but I really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't, unlike the Carousel of Progress, I didn't nod off.
Shut your face. She's never ridden the train. I didn't get a picture of the train. I did get a picture of the Wildlife Express train, which is another thing she's never done because she's never been to Rafiki's Planet Watch. So she's never ridden any train at Walt Disney World, whether it's the one in Magic Kingdom or the Wildlife Express to Rafiki's Planet Watch, which we used to take this train as a ride just because my kids love trains. We'd ride it to Rafiki's Planet Watch and we'd just stay on and take the ride back to Africa because I didn't want to take my kids to the petting zoo. I would say, oh no, it's closed today, honey. We're just going to take the train ride. Because I was that kind of evil mom who didn't want to go to the petting zoo.
Can you put that picture back up of the train?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you'd think that after they hit that poor cow, they would take the skeleton off. I mean, really?
Yeah, it's
how dare they? Okay.
So the thing that I want to say about the wildlife train, the Wildlife Express, is it's a the seats, you face inward, you face towards where Disney wants you to face. They don't want you to see what's behind you, I guess. And you get to pass some of the habitats, not the habitats, the housing for the animals at night, the stalls where they keep them. So it's kind of interesting. And there's some fake housing too, like native housing and stuff, but that's not, unless they really do have people living in those tents and teepees. I don't know.
Angie is asleep again on the train, on I think everything.
The boat.
Everything she sleeps a lot. I think that's what she does. She goes to Disney and she goes on these rides and just sleeps all day.
Hey, that's a lot of money to take a nap. Yeah. Nicole's talking about the Hall of Presidents. It's long in the air conditioning with no startling sounds, so it's easy to fall asleep, is what it is.
Is your husband back there playing with his guns? What's he doing back there?
He's watching the news, which I wish he wouldn't watch. Richard, stop that. You're making noises.
I have too many. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll wear you out, right, Angie?
So, let me see. She's never explored Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. Now, Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, I didn't have a picture of that. I have not done that since my kids were little. Richard, please stop. Sorry, guys. He's like tapping things. But have you been to Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse?
Mm-hmm. But not in a long time.
It's not exciting.
Been a long time.
Okay, and she's never been to a lot of the resorts. She just hasn't had the opportunity to go resort hopping. She said she's never been to the Grand Floridian or, let's see if you know these people, the Polynesian.
I know those people.
Or any of the moderates. She's never gone exploring to the resorts. So
yeah, you gotta give it a try. We do that sometimes. That's all we do. Just go to the resorts. Resort hopping. Good stuff.
All right, I think that's all of Amy's. This was the Amy Show starring Amy. Travis Dietrich, man, has never done this, and this is a famous picture, an infamous picture of Auntie Judy.
I'm with you, Brian, on that one. Auntie Judy, look at her. What is
on Tower of Terror? Look at Kurt on Tower of his face. It's funny. I love that picture. That's a classic. So that's why I put it. Judy had shared it on our group when we had asked for pictures of Tower of Terror. So she shared that with the Friends of the Disney Crush group. That's where I got that picture from. But Travis started live streaming. He said he was going to do it every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and he's going to talk Disney with people and Disney trip planning every Tuesday, I think he said, at 9 a.m. So look for that. Travis has never had a Dole Whip
That's called a whole whip, not a
and
Dole Whip.
and never will.
Wednesday are his live feeds,
Oh, sorry, Wednesday. Well, you did it this morning, so
9 a.m. on
you
Wednesday.
confused me because today's Tuesday, right? I'm not messed up, right?
No,
Okay,
today is Tuesday.
okay. So Wednesdays at 9 a.m. he's going to do live streams on Facebook.
Travis, Dole Whips rocks. I thought we were friends. Well, people need to get this straight. It's called a whole whip, not a Dole Whip.
Yeah, that is a whole whip.
That's a whole whip. Now think about all the money they're saving by doing that. They
Mhm.
practice that. They probably take their cast members back there and they say, "This is how you swirl that in there, and leave a big open space in there." And if they do that thousands and thousands of times a day, that's thousands of Dole Whips that they could have sold, but they didn't because there's a whole whip now.
Absolutely. Well, it's funny that you say Tower of Terror is the best experience other than Flight of Passage, Mr. Youngward, because my friend Travis has done Flight of Passage repeatedly, so much so that he's never ridden Navi River Journey. He's
I
never
can't
ridden
believe.
Navi River Journey. He loves Pandora, but he's never ridden Navi River Journey.
And people don't give that ride the love that it really deserves because
It's
they
beautiful.
they say it's too short, blah blah. But it is kind of short, but they pack unlike the Frozen ride. Now the Frozen ride is a good ride, but it's just they don't have enough stuff in there. But that ride, the Navi ride, is short, but it's packed full. Your head is on a swivel because there's so much going on in that whole ride. It's
Mhm.
absolutely beautiful. I love that ride.
Yes. And that picture was beautiful because it came from courtesy of the Walt Disney Company. I don't know. Do I have to say it once when I use their pictures, or do I have to say it for every single picture?
I don't know. You can say it every time if you want. I don't want to get a cease and desist from them either. So again, one's enough.
Uh, oh, Travis. I've got another picture. Something he's never done. Maybe.
Hey Barbara. Barbara's
Barbara, we
here.
just shared your picture. We were talking about Miss Amy said she had never been to the Poly. She'd never gone exploring other resorts. So we shared your picture and said, you need to go explore. Well, it's funny that Mr. Jeff Apoka says he loves Navi River Journey because he is the opposite of Travis. Michael's here. He's never ridden Flight of Passage. Jeff Apoka has never ridden Flight of Passage.
That was a shocker.
But I think it was just the line's been too long and he didn't have a fast pass, but he had a fast pass for his trip in March that unfortunately got canceled, which really stinks.
Yeah, I think everybody's blaming Hanover for the whole whip.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Even my 87-year-old mother's ridden Flight of Passage. So, yeah, we need to get Jeff on that ride. Nicole says she rode both at least 5 times each at the last after hours party. Well, Nicole, it's interesting you say that because Jeff Apoka also has never been to an after hours party, but he says it's just, for him, it's not worth the money. And I think, as an annual pass holder, I get where he's coming from. I've talked about the Christmas parties and Halloween parties. At some point they priced me out of them back when they were $39, $40 each. I used to go to them excitedly, but when they got up over 100 as a pass holder, for me, the value just wasn't there anymore. But I know lots of pass holders that still love it. I know that Scott and Karen, they still love to go to the after hours parties. So I think it's just what works for your family. So, for Jeff, it's not worth it. And he also has never been, and that's why I have the picture of this beautiful family from the Walt Disney Company. He's never been to the water parks. He doesn't have any interest in them, so he hasn't ever been. So That is the Misadventure Falls at Typhoon Lagoon that we're looking at a
Wow.
picture of. So
Yeah. Some crazy stuff right here. Karen loves Flight of Passage. I know it's one of my favorite rides.
it's
And
beautiful.
this one is another shocker.
What's that?
Barbara's never ridden Flight of Passage because I couldn't get a fast pass.
Oh,
You need to go back and listen to some of our earlier podcasts about how to get fast passes. And you just got to be very diligent and pound that app. And
we're gonna we're gonna have to see how things work after they reopen, though, because I
yeah,
think
it's
a lot of our old strategies are.
not going to work anymore. Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen. You actually might have a better chance of riding if they do these lower capacities and things like that. So we'll see. She had the party pass last year, which was so worth it. And they talked about that last week, the Daves, that they went to the parties at Tony's Town Square and got parade viewing and appetizers and cocktails during the party, and that's awesome.
Travis has never been to a water park.
Amanda says for out of state pass holders, it's a time trade and money trade off. If she could come more often, she might not care for after hours. But at this point, being that she can't come as often, she thinks it's worth it. So, and I get that. I get that, spending an extra $100 to get some extra time in the parks when they're less crowded would be worth it for someone who's only got a limited amount of time to be there. Uli said she's never gotten a fast pass for Flight of Passage day of, and that's just for a party of two. Okay. I think I don't know how these strategies are going to work in the future. So went to the party 10 times. Did you buy that you bought that ticket, right? The one that you paid one price for all as many parties as you can go to? The Dave said they went to the party 10 times last year. So I'm assuming that's what Karen meant by the party pass. That was the pass that they sold last year and said you can go to as many parties as you want for one price. Diz Kid News says, I never did Stitch's Great Escape and now it's gone. And she's got a frowny face. Yeah, I don't think you missed much with Stitch's Great Escape, but I'm sorry, guys. Michael is having a little bit of a meltdown. His dad's trying to calm him down, but it's okay. We're all right. All right. We were still on Travis, and then Travis. We said Travis never did the teacups. Travis never did the teacups. That's my niece Amanda. And that's my niece Amanda. My niece Samantha. I saw Amanda's name on the screen. So that's my niece Samantha with Dominic, and that's Michael on the teacups. So what was Amanda saying? I didn't see her comment.
She was talking about how she snagged fast passes for 4, 3, and 2 on the day of, I think.
Yeah, yep. I think it just depends on the crowds that day and what's going on, and how persistent you are. It can be done, but like I said, I'm not sure how these strategies are going to work in the future. Yes, they had the pass where they had as many parties as they could go to for $300 for every party except for Halloween night. That was a good value if you could make it work for you. All right. Oh, Amy Beckner. Didn't we already talk about Amy? Well, she added more. Courtesy of the Walt Disney Company. She's never ridden Alien Swirling Saucer.
Well, you're not missing much. So.
Oh.
Don't be an alien swirling saucer.
Amanda Bond has never been to Tom Sawyer Island, which we already talked about. Never been on the Liberty Square boat, which we talked about. Never been on the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, which we talked about. Never been to Rafiki's Planet Watch, which we talked about. She's never watched the movies at Epcot, the shorts. Now, here's the thing. You can just go on Disney Plus and watch them all. The Disney Plus app has, I think, every movie that's at the Pixar Shorts Theater right now. You love Alien Swirling Saucers, Karen? Yes, my niece's name is not Amanda, it's Samantha, and that's her mother saying, "What did I call her?"
Yeah, she's calling you out. I wanted to put that back up in case you missed it. I thought you were trying to ignore her, but so.
That was an awesome trip. We need to do it again now that the kids are graduating high school next year. Oh my God. Amanda said she's never had a signature dining experience. And this was something that Tom Ellison mentioned as well, that there's just so many restaurants he's never been to. This is a picture of California Grill, courtesy of the Walt Disney World Company. So, I feel bad. Disney took this picture and these people are eating dinner. And I'm thinking, do they really want this picture for all the time of them with food in their mouth? Or maybe that guy in the middle and isn't sitting with his wife. Maybe that's his girlfriend or something.
Oh, how dare you? You didn't just go there, did you?
I don't know. Or maybe they're all models. I don't know. But
well, maybe that's not her husband and she's
that's true.
Yeah.
But California Grill, Tom Ellison said, is one of the places that he really would like to experience.
Is this Jeff Opolka's picture or this Disney picture?
No, this is a Disney picture. But yeah, there's lots of really neat restaurants that Amanda, I'm calling everybody by the wrong name. Definitely. Amanda really should explore. And Amanda, I've talked about this in the past. You don't have to invest if you don't want to spend the buku bucks at some of these restaurants. California Grill, for example, you can go and order a bunch of appetizers for the table, dessert, a cocktail or something. And they don't care. I mean, they don't just tip your waiter appropriately, but there's no reason why you can't go explore some of these nice restaurants that you've always wanted to. And most kids do pretty well at them. I when I've taken Michael some places that were a little nicer, I try to make an early reservation, but usually it'll be a date night for me and Rich that we go. So yeah, Teresa, I had to Disney gave me permission. I had to ask them to have access to their media photos. So that's why. And they said the only thing I have to do is always give them credit. So I'm giving them credit.
That's why we're making sure we give them credit every picture so they can't come back on us and say, you didn't give us credit for that picture.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
We mentioned Jen in our podcast which comes out tomorrow night, right, David?
Yeah, I wish I could hear her, and because I might have
Batchelder.
I hope we said it right. So I
think
tried 2 or 3 times, but
I think you did. Amanda said she's also never ridden Dinosaur. She's never ridden Dinosaur. That's okay.
I've ridden it and then never ridden it again.
Yeah, I've ridden it a few times, but it's not my favorite, and I try not to ride it if I can avoid it. So
yeah, Veronica loves it. Veronica loves Dinosaur.
Yeah, so does Dominic, but Michael and I sit it out. So,
but she also likes Primeval Whirl. So there you go.
Well, that's another one. A couple people said they'd never ridden. So,
thank you, Jen. We tried, Jen. It didn't work out. So give me your last name.
Uli has one that I think most of us have never ridden yet, courtesy of the Walt Disney World Company, the Walt Disney Company. Mickey's Runaway Railway. Uli's never ridden Mickey's Runaway Railway. Well, neither have most of us. I know Scott and Karen did. I know Amanda Bond did, but the rest of us are still waiting for the parks to reopen so we can ride Mickey's Runaway Railway. I can't.
Hey, Tony, is that a Disney picture?
That is a Disney picture, yes.
Okay, just checking. I didn't know if it was Jeff's picture or Disney. You can't tell the difference.
I don't think Jeff's gotten there yet because he was planning to go in March.
Hey, Jeff has lost a hat on Dinosaur. And my
Veronica's
wife has
lost a hat on Primeval Whirl.
No, it was I think it was Dinosaur she lost it on.
Did she? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Dinosaur. Yeah.
So Scott, who has ridden Mickey's Runaway Railway, has never ridden Aladdin, the Astro Orbiters, or Triceratops spin. That's that picture. This is a beautiful family from Walt Disney. Dominic's theory on Astro Orbiter's Aladdin's Magic Carpets Triceratops spin is that they're all Dumbo. You've got Dumbo, you've got Carpet Dumbo, Spaceship Dumbo, and Dino Dumbo, and they're all Dumbo. But the thing that is cool about Astro Orbiters kind of is the height of it. It's up on top of the People Mover, so the views are really cool at night. The only thing is I don't like it. I don't like the height, and I don't like the seat, the way the seat is. There's no graceful way to get out of that seat. It's toboggan style seating. And so I look like a heffalump trying to get out of it, but whatever.
Alyssa has never done Frozen. She's tried 4 times, had a fast pass for it, but it was closed every time, I guess. So
that was the problem with that ride. It breaks down quite often.
Well, Alyssa, you're not missing much. So
I don't agree with him. You should experience it yourself. I think it's a nice ride, but I get it. I know
a lot of people like it, but it's okay.
So we were talking about Tom saying he'd never been to California Grill. He's also never been to Toy Story Land. And he's never been to Galaxy's Edge. That's a really nice picture. I don't know if I took that picture or your wife must have taken that picture.
I don't know. That looks like Disney took that picture. You sure Disney
No,
took the
it's
picture?
your kid.
That's my kid. Well, it's a good picture.
No, your wife must have taken that picture because I don't think I did. And yeah, that's me at Galaxy's Edge. That's another heffalump. That picture I actually did take. Wow.
Wow. Disney might want to hire you. Let me get this off from it so you can get a good picture. There you go. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, keep it up there. That's a good picture.
So Tom has a little bit of problem where he's missed a lot of this cool stuff. He needs to get back over to the East Coast.
Yeah, Angie, I agree. Frozen is okay. I know I give it a hard time, but it's okay. It just seems to me they could have put more stuff in there. That's all. If they added more things, just seems kind of sparse to me for some reason. But
now these following pictures are not mine. They did come from Disney. Tom has never been to the Christmas party. Thanks, Jeff. That means a lot coming from you. He's never been to the Christmas party. He's never been to the water park, just like Mr. Apolka. He's never been to Wild Water Sports. Well, nobody has. Nobody knows what they do at Wild Water Sports. Oh, but some news broke today that what I said last week on last week's show about Coronado Springs housing the NBA, is true. Apparently, it was tweeted out by somebody in the know that Coronado Springs is supposed to be housing the NBA. And unless the guy just watched my live stream last week and tweeted it out, but it's my understanding that it has to be approved and voted on. But that is the plan, that they're gonna do the NBA season at Wide World of Sports, and they are gonna house the ancillary people, the media, all that at Coronado Springs. So Jeff goes to the Pro Bowl stuff at Wide World of Sports. Okay, cool. And it's where you check in for races. Yes. See, they had to make me look silly. All right.
They're helpers. They're helpers.
They are helpers. They're the best.
They're the crush helpers. We love them.
Amy. Okay. So Mrs. Ludwig, Auntie Judy, has never been on Rock and Roller Coaster. I can't believe that, because you see that picture of me on Rock and Roller Coaster? Can you imagine the epic picture of Auntie Judy on Rock and Roller Coaster? It would be epic.
It would. I could imagine. We got to get her on there sometime. Got to. That's a must.
She's never been on Cali River Rapids. This is a nice picture. This is from Disney, but this is a nice picture of Cali at night. And if you've never ridden Cali River Rapids at night, you really should. It's really cool at night, because when you go to the top of the hill and those trucks are on fire, there's that fire element. There's like tiki torches up there. is really, it's something you should experience at least once. Cali River Rapids at night. Don't go in February at night, but
Yeah, but what if you get
July would
soaked?
be nice. Well, go in the summertime at night.
Hmm.
Yep.
Amanda, we knew it was probably going to happen since it was booked up for a few months. It has been noticed that Jambo is suddenly fully booked for about 2 to 3 months. Yep.
Well, maybe some of them are going to go to Animal Kingdom Lodge too. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Auntie Judy has also never ridden Primeval Whirl, which would make Michael very sad because this is how Mike feels. Mike loves this ride. Too bad it's probably not going to open back up again, as far as what I've heard. It's going to go seasonal, which is what they did to the Stitch ride before they eventually closed it all together.
Well,
So,
along with Michael,
absolutely loves Prime.
Along with Michael, Veronica's going to be very upset too. So,
yeah, that's one roller coaster Veronica will go on. So we said Jeff's never ridden Flight of Passage, never been to a water park, never been to After Hours. He's also never been on an Animal Kingdom tour, which he is very interested in. He's really wants to. My mom and I went on the elephant tour. They're cheap enough, Jeff, and you could really usually sign up for the elephant tour last minute. There's usually some availability at some point in the day if you're going to make a day of Animal Kingdom. We had a reservation for the Rhino tour in August. Fortunately, that's probably been canceled now. But the Rhino tour, if you have any interest in the Rhino tour, I found out the hard way that it's one of the hardest tours to book because it's very few people on the tour, and it's very limited capacity, and it's only once a day. So the Rhino tour books up very fast. The Elephant tour, Caring for Giants, has a lot more availability, and it's only like $30 a person. So it's not one of these outrageous tours, over 100 a person. So it's definitely worth looking into.
Angie, I agree. Animal Kingdom is absolutely amazing at night, between the Tree of Life, just all the lights over in Africa, and Pandora at night. It's just a different experience other than in any of the other parks. It's just absolutely amazing.
Beautiful at night.
Yeah.
Nicole has never been to play miniature golf at Walt Disney World. And
again,
yeah,
you're not missing much.
Why? Have you been?
No, I just don't like miniature golf. I don't know.
I like miniature golf, but I don't know that I want to do it in the heat. So, maybe in the cooler months though. That picture came from Disney, by the way, but that's
another Disney picture.
Winter Summerland is that golf course, and the other golf course is Fantasia Gardens. Are you having a drink?
Yeah, you should have a drink. You should have it.
I have the picture back up. Go ahead, take it.
You should take a shot of screws right now.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. My husband is sharing the news with me that Carol Baskin now has control of Joe Exotic's zoo.
Now, how did that happen?
I don't know. He just showed me the article. Well, he owed her a lot of money. She had sued him. That was what. That's
maybe
what that'll get. So that has nothing to do with Disney. Just Rich decided to show me the news story. Oh,
thank you, Rich. We appreciate that.
Holly Austin, who is the queen of Mouse Quiz.
I like that, Jeff. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
I think we all should take a drink every time.
I lost my thing. Holly Austin has never been on Splash Mountain, which my Disney hating son-in-law absolutely says he doesn't like Disney. I don't know, Dave. That face.
Yeah, that's a face of someone that doesn't like Disney for sure. Yeah.
Your mouth says no, but your face says yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when we went on our big family trip to Walt Disney.
He doesn't look like he's having any fun right there at all.
But Holly Austin's never been on Splash Mountain. We got to get her on Splash Mountain. She's never parked in a Disney parking lot because she takes She flies in and takes Magical Express and stays in the bubble the whole time.
Well, there again, you're not missing much because yeah, the I don't like the parking lots. They cram you in so tight that when you open your door, you have about this much space, and it's crazy. So be prepared for some dings on your door because people just don't care.
And she's never been to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Mickey's.
Wow, that's got to be a Jeff Opolka
No,
picture.
that's those are actually both Disney. But
Oh,
I think Uli had said she'd never been to the Mickey's Not So Scary either. She had gone on her trip and got sick. So she was sick the night she was supposed to go.
we're supposed to take a drink. Remember, that's another picture.
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
So that's that. I think that was the entire list of what people said they've never done.
What we need to do is we need to have a big Disney Crush meetup, and we need to go on all the rides that the other people haven't been on. Pick someone.
Well,
that would be fun.
What would be nice was because a lot of these things are things that are they're not the thrill rides. Things like what do we have? Hall of Presidents, People Mover, the train, the Liberty Bell. Those are all stuff we could easily do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be fun.
I think we should do that. Yeah, Amy, not Amy. I'm calling everybody by the wrong name tonight.
That's okay. I call my dog my kids' names all the time. I'm like Zane. I mean Olivia. I mean Hunter.
Uli couldn't go because she got sick. I'm just reviewing everything to make sure I didn't miss any of our. Oh, somebody said they'd. Oh, I think it was Tom said he'd never been to a fireworks party. I went to the happily ever after party with my mom and with our in-laws when the German contingency of the family came. And the happily ever after party, it's expensive, but if you don't want to stake out a spot for the fireworks and you have a small group of people, it's worth it. It gets costly when you got a big family. If you're the kind of family that comes once, it's probably worth it because you're never going to get a straight on view of the castle like that. That is not a Disney picture. You could tell it's a really crappy quality picture that I took on my last phone. So, but February when Kevin Curtis Allen, we can do it in February. We could ask for permission to do a little crush thing.
Yeah, we'll ask Kurt if we can take an hour just or so and just have a little crush time. Yeah.
Oh God. No, we don't want to. We'll see.
No, I'm joking. It's all.
But I think that's everything. And Amy, we talked about exploring the different resorts. My mom and I want you to explore the resorts. My mom and I go every Christmas and we go to a bunch of different resorts to see the Christmas decorations. And we talk about this all the time. This is something that costs nothing to do. And you just use Disney transportation to get around and you get to explore and see all the really cool stuff. So if you're there at Christmas time, you definitely need to explore the other resorts. All right. Anything else?
No. Is there anything that you haven't done?
Has there anything that I haven't? Yeah. Well, I've never done.
I never have I ever.
Oh, I got to do.
Never have I ever. Oh, good. Take a drink.
I've never done Mickey's Runaway Railway, obviously, but yeah, there's a couple things I've never done. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head.
Amy, do I have to ban you?
I've never really. Well, no, I have been there. And I've been there. I was going to say I've never been on the property of Saratoga Springs, but I have because I've eaten there and I've gone to the spa there.
I've never done Astro Orbiter.
I have, but I don't like it. But
and I don't think I've done Primeval Whirl.
Yeah, you
maybe
have.
I did. Maybe I did do it.
Well, I've never done the new Beauty and the Beast sing along, which I hear is I'm not missing anything. Um, I've never eaten at Spice Road Table. I really want to try Spice Road Table in Morocco. Um, I'd really like to try what's the one that Brenda talks about? Toledo at
Hmm.
Coronado Springs. I've never been to the Grand Destino Tower. I'd like to do that at Coronado Springs. I've never been to Jock Lindsay's, which I would love to do. I've never eaten at Enzo's Hideaway, which I'd like to try Enzo's Hideaway. They have a Sunday dinner special um, where they serve it family style, $45 a person, all inclusive, appetizer, entree, desserts. I'd like to try that. Um, yeah, there's a couple things I've never done that I'd like to do. I've never had a plaid vest VIP tour. I've gone on tours with plaid vest. I've done the Backstage Magic and the Keys to the Kingdom and a few other tours, but I want to do the VIP day. Maybe we could do that.
Yeah. Hmm.
When Dave wins the lottery, we'll do that $12,000 an hour tour or whatever it was. No, it was $2,000 an hour with a minimum of 6 hours, I think is what it was.
Oh, that's easy. We'll take care of that. Not a problem.
Okay.
No problem. Never been to Jock Lindsay's. I'm horrified.
I know, because I'm usually with that kid, the one that's howling. He's usually who's with me, but you know what? He's 21 next year, so we could even do the nighttime places like the
There you
Edison.
go.
I've never been to the Edison. I want to do that. The Edison at night where they have the aerialists and all that. But I always have him with me. But he's going to be 21 in January, so he's not going to drink, but they'll card him, and he's 21. So
Yeah. No, it's I'm with Jeff. Jeff, that's one of our favorite places. And back when they were doing the drones for Christmas, that was a great little spot.
I want to take Rich to Jock Lindsay's. So
Yeah, it's just kind of a chill area. I love it. The theming about it, the theming and the water, and you can go out in a little boat out there. It's so cool.
I've never been to paddlefish in any of its incarnations. Back when it was the Dixie boat, back when it was Fulton's and paddlefish, or it wasn't the Dixie boat? It was the Lily, the Lily, Empress Lily. I've never been on it ever. I've never stepped foot on that boat ever. So Nicole wants to go on your $12,000 tour, Dave.
Okay.
So
I'll get a signing. We'll get you all signed up. So.
You know what, Jeff? I think Jock Lindsay's is someplace I'd like to take Dominic because I think he'd appreciate it.
Yeah, Dom for sure would. Yeah, because of the theming. Yes, they got some cool stuff.
Layla loves it. Layla is going to be in high school next year. Congratulations! And so is Dylan, Amanda's son, Dylan Coffin. So, yes, Amy, we all need a Disney vacation. I got
now,
your tail right here.
What was she talking about the sports? She was talking about the kids back in sports. Is that what she was saying? Something about the kids?
I have no idea. I didn't see that comment.
I lost it, but
there's 120. Oh, Karen, the Daves are going on your $12,000 tour too.
Got it. We're good. We're good. Everybody's in. I think we just have a big crush. That's it.
And I think, wasn't that the tour that you could eat anywhere you wanted, even Victoria and Albert?
Anywhere you want. Anywhere you want.
So we could just,
or maybe it was anywhere but Victoria and Albert.
So then we can go have dinner with these people at California Grill. We'll just show up.
Yeah, those kids sports events, and after cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not just that, but the time. A lot of time involved. Know all about that. Crushers meet at Jock Lindsay's this summer. It's a done deal.
Okay. We're trying to get a room at Bonnet Creek or something coming, in July at some point, but
I know my favorite Raglan Road is opening up soon, or has it already?
No, I think you said next weekend. Okay, I'm on call. I gotta go. I got a call coming in. It is 8:54. Dave, you want to see everybody out? I'm gonna go.
All right, we're gonna say goodbye. And Tony Ann, bye, Tony Ann. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And we have I just finished editing most of the podcast, so that will be out tomorrow evening sometime. I think that does mean cheerleading, maybe, Uli. Running kids to practice, it means it's nonstop. Been there, done that. And yes, sort of dance and cheer. Yeah, my granddaughter is in gymnastics, so Crush Meetup 2021, we can definitely do that. Um, and don't forget about the Geekin Meetup too. I know Kevin Curtis Allen's going to be there. If you guys follow the geeks over there, and don't forget about Mouse Quiz tomorrow. Mouse Quiz tomorrow, Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
I'm
If
back.
you haven't, join us. The Disney Crushers. We need all the help that we can get. We're looking for some help because we came in first, then we went to second, and now we're in third. So we need to get back up there because
Oh,
the geeks have been crushing us. So
maybe it has something to do with this.
I don't know, but if you can, it's a really good time. Chad Pennycuff over at My Disney Points.
My DVC
Pod,
points.
I'm sorry, My DVC Points podcast is the host of Mouse Quiz, and it's a really good time. You won't be disappointed. Even if you don't feel, I was a little worried because I'm not like my Disney sensei, Tony Ann. I don't, I know, I mean, I've been going for a while now and I know more than I used to know, but I was a little bit hesitant. I'm a little embarrassed. So I didn't want to go on there. But I finally did it. And even though I don't get them all right, the great thing is I'm not in last place. So,
Right.
but it's a good time. It's just fun. And I got to give Chad kudos because that's a lot of work. And
Absolutely.
it's a distraction from all the stuff that's going on right now, and I think we all need a little distraction from all the craziness in this world right now. Yeah, Jeff, I know. Hey, Jeff, you did pretty good. You've been
Jeff's
doing
not
good.
here, but Jeff's up there at the top.
I've been watching you, Jeff. You give yourself some credit there, kid. You did good.
Oh, Elise said the kids are making questions tomorrow. If it's Caleb, Caleb is Micah's son, I believe. Caleb's questions are very hard. Caleb had questions about the Animal Kingdom, the Wilderness Explorers guidebook. Maybe you should read that stuff that they give the kids because a lot of his questions were based on that. Okay. And that's what Chad said, that team points don't count. So it's not about the speed, it's about getting the questions right if you want to play as a team player. I guess I should play as a team player because I'm always playing for speed. I need to stop and read the questions.
Well, yeah, we got beat by the geeks. Yeah, because they were faster than us though. Remember that one night? Wasn't that the case?
I don't know. Chad says it doesn't have to do with speed on the team part, but I don't know.
It's called Mouse Quiz, Nicole.
Nicole, I will I'll put a link to it on the Friends of the Disney Crush Facebook page and I'll tag you so that you see.
Yeah, it's really fun. You guys would have a blast, Nicole. It really is fun. And if you go on there, that you can join. It's very easy to get on crowd.live. So you can go to crowd.live and join and just make sure that you join the Crushers, the team. If it says, "Are you on a team?" If it asks what team, just say the Crushers, the Disney Crushers.
Right. So you'll watch on your computer monitor or a tablet or your TV. You can watch on YouTube. And then you answer the questions using your phone, using your smartphone as your answering device. Yes. Yes, Steve.
Yes, Steve.
That's how you perform.
That is true.
He's so nice. Oh, all right, guys. So kids are making the questions tomorrow. Yes, that's what he says. Chad said that the number of questions right per team were helping. All right.
Yeah.
Was there anything else, David?
No, I think I covered it. The Mouse Quiz, the podcast comes out tomorrow. I'm still talking to Hanover. He's been really, really, really busy, but I'm trying to get him on a live feed one of these nights, maybe.
Yeah, Hannah's a diva. Hanover's a diva.
Yeah. But we'll see how it goes. I don't want to push him too much because, he's a busy guy, especially now with all this stuff going on with Disney. I can imagine they're just driving him crazy. So yeah.
Yep.
So that's it. I think that's it, Tony Ann. So
okay. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you later this week, and podcast should be coming out tomorrow night. And if not, we'll see you Thursday morning with the podcast.
Okay. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
Mouse
Mouth
quiz.
quiz.
All
Daisy
right.
Crushers.
That's right. All right.
Okay. See you guys.
Good night, everyone.